I have this model of the General Grievous skull. I got it off Thingiverse. I will include the link to this model below. But the problem I have is one is I want to size it up. But two is that when it printed, I had it aligned. Let me see. Let's do this. I had it aligned like this, right? And with the problem being that, I could show you exactly how I had it aligned. I'm just going to rotate this a little bit. So I had it so that the teeth, these teeth were flat on the bed. This isn't exactly correct because of, how I am doing it. But, this created a support here, and these teeth were flat on the bed. The problem being is that this tooth shifted, and then there wasn't enough support material. There wasn't like any support material here, and it just ended up shifting, and so the entire thing broke. So what I want to do is I want to split this so I can print the teeth separately from the skull. This isn't necessarily immediately obvious to everybody, so I just thought I'd show you how to do it, Fusion360. So the first thing to notice is that when you turn on the origin is that the skull loads, in this case, this is Totale. This is done by an Italian guy, I guess. It's not loaded into the center. So we're going to just move it to the origin. And I'm going to move it to where I want to do the split on this axis here. So let's take a look here. It's going to take a second just to get it where I want it to be. So this is pretty good. I mean, I want to give it like a fairly good base. And then I'm going to be, printing them separately and then gluing them together, which is totally fine. So again, let's take a look. We're not where we want to be, so let's move it back. Almost there. So you can see when I do my split, it's going to be where I want it to be. Let's look around. Yep, good. And there. So we say okay. Now I can still access this axis. We're going to go from solid to mesh. And there is the option in here to plane cut. Right? So we're going to select this mesh. And we're going to cut off this plane. So if you see here, one selected, the mesh body is this. What plane we want, I'm going to click select. I'm going to tap on this. And you can see what it does is you can choose to trim, right, which would cut it off, or to split the body. And then I want to use a uniform fill type. And that'll give me two bodies off of the one. So I turn this off, and I got my top. And you can see it's sealed up there. And I got my bottom. And it's sealed up there. Now I can export these two pieces separately and give me separate STLs for the two parts, which I can then bring into Cura and slice as I normally would. Okay, and that is that.